Could I have gotten something that was non-designer? Sure, but hey, what's up everybody? It's Gwen and welcome back to So Gwen Life. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing an updated collective luxury haul and I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm a doctor and a fashion lover and this is my channel. I post fashion, lifestyle, and level up content here on this channel. So if that interests you, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at So Gwen Lifestyle and let's get started. All right, so let's get started. So I have unboxed all of these items. You might have seen some of these on my Instagram and TikTok. So anyways, yes, let's get started. So I'm going to be doing this in categories. So first we're going to start off with handbags, my favorite. I'll go in the order that I purchased them and I'll explain everything except for the last one, which I'm going to do last. So the first one is from Bottega Veneta or Bottega Veneta. And I bought this around the holiday. So this is the first bag. This is the Bottega Veneta concert pouch in the color Barolo. So I like certain accent colors. I will admit that I wear mostly black bags, but I wanted to start to get some colored bags for specific shoes that I own. I also have posted a collective fashion haul and my past collective luxury haul, which I will link in the description box. It kind of ties to these items that I purchased, but I bought these burgundy boots and I wanted a bag to go with it. So if you're unaware, Bottega bags are kind of expensive. I just overall think that Bottega is a very expensive brand. So anyways, I was like, I want to make sure that I make the right decision. So I was liking the vanity kind of style. So at first I thought I wanted to get the Bang Bang. I was looking at a couple of bags from Bottega, I'm not gonna lie, and I definitely liked this color. But when I went into the boutique and I tried on the Bang Bang, I was like, I don't know. Then he showed me this one and I was like, you know what? I think this is kind of scratching my itch for a deep red intrecciato. So yes, it zips closed, and then when you open it, it has a slip pocket on the side. It's fully leather lined. I love the feel of it. It's so supple and so soft, feels really good quality. It also smells really good. If you like the smell of like a fresh car, a new car smell, that's really what it smells like. The straps are these leather like ropes pretty much. I was a little skeptical about if I was going to tolerate this just because I do have sensitive like joints. So I was a little nervous about that, but I just got around that by not packing the bag too much. Let me actually show you some things that I would put in it. For size reference, I have the iPhone 17 Pro, and so this fits in the bag just fine. You do have to shimmy it in there, but it fits pretty well. And then I just put like my keys and then maybe a lip gloss or like hand lotion or something. You can fit a lot of stuff in here if you want, but as you can probably imagine, the strap can get a little bit heavy. Also, the strap is adjustable so you can pull the strings apart. Oof, mine's a little, you can pull the strings to adjust it, and no matter what, the strings are always going to be even as long as this part is flat. So you could pull the bag all the way down and make it a shoulder bag. For reference, I'm 5'5", so you could do that. But I personally like wearing it as a little crossbody moment. That's how I like to wear it. So here it is on my shoulder and then hits me at about my hip. And then if I were to wear it crossbody, this is where it hits. And I like this because then I can just, you know, have it right here. And so it's a little pop of burgundy. So yes, I really love this. And I think that this is a nice holiday party bag. I don't know if I wear it to a concert necessarily, but I see where they were going with it. I also like how this is cheaper than the Bang Bang. So I think it just ended up working out for me that I was able to get a little bit of a pop of color for the fall. Okay, so that was my last purchase of the year, and then I'm gonna skip ahead and then we'll skip back to what I purchased in the new year. So we are in spring, and so in anticipation of the spring and summer, I wanted to get specific bags for the season. So this is the first one that I got. They're both from Saint Laurent. I got two. One was unexpected, but this one I was planning to purchase. So it is the Gabby Vanity in the dark taupe color. So this is what it looks like. So I ended up getting a vanity style bag after all. And like I said, it is in the dark taupe color or dark tan color. But yes, and then I got it in with this aged gold hardware. So I was looking for a nude handbag for a really long time now. It's a colorway that I just don't really see on the market very much unless you were looking at, you know, Chanel, Hermes. And I'll just be honest, I wasn't really wanting to spend that much on a bag yet. Like, I'm someone who like is incrementally increasing the price that I pay for bags based on what I want and what I can find. So because the only bags that I could find were really expensive, I was putting it off because I was just like, you know, contemplating. So anyways, I knew YSL had nude handbags. I just never really liked the styles that they had. I felt like I was settling and I just didn't want to do that. So I remember I'd seen this style of handbag a few months prior, but it didn't really click until one day it clicked for me because I went on the website and I looked again for all their nude handbags and I saw this and I was like, yes. And then once I saw that it had a leather detachable strap, I was like, oh yes, she's the one. That was the main reason why I was hesitant to go with a YSL bag, just because they always more than likely have a chain strap and I'm not really into chain straps anymore. Also, I don't like it when it catches my skin or anything like that, and I think the chain is just a little distracting. But anyways, yes, so it comes with a detachable strap. Like I said, I haven't worn this one yet. I wanted to wear this today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But anyways, so this is where it hits me. So yes, and then crossbody. This is how it looks. Super cute, but you can also just take off the strap and wear it as a top handle. I felt like top handle was a silhouette that I did not have in my collection very much. I think they're really cute for like the summertime and also for going out. I have a lot of day-to-day bags, which I think are a good foundation for your luxury collection, but I think I'm just getting to a point where I'm like, okay, let's get some more like going out bags, some little like dainty bags, you know what I mean? So yes, and even though this is a dainty bag, I do think that it's going to hold quite a bit. I honestly don't carry it around that much. So this is the size and it's a black interior. So there's my phone, and then you can easily put other things in it. Like, look how much room you get. So vanity bags are actually really spacious. And then lastly, the price point is not that bad. I just think that it worked out for me with the price not being too bad and, you know, me getting a colorway that I don't have. So yes, I'm in love with this purchase. Okay, and then the other Saint Laurent bag is something that I was not expecting to get, but it is so cute and I'm in love with it. So I got the YSL takeaway bag. I love this bag so much. So if you're unaware, it's basically like their lunchbox style bag. I don't know if you've seen this online, but it comes in this color and it comes in brown. So the brown has gold hardware and then the black has silver hardware. When you open the bag, it is suede lined. The suede is what got me. I was like, ooh, I like that. The quality is really, really, really nice. It has the Cassandra monogram logo all over it, and then it has a big YSL logo. Definitely not quiet luxury, but I like how neutral it is. It's really hard for me to find black and silver handbags, so whenever I see them, I am intrigued. I'm not like, you know, finna buy it like just because it's black and silver, but definitely catches my eye. And black and silver top handle bag is on my list. And when I saw this one, I was like, huh. The price was only $1,900. That's pretty good. And this is so spacious. I've worn this already, and there was another time where I was like, oh, I could wear that bag again, but let me wear something else. Like, this is already fitting well into my wardrobe. So yes, I love it so much. It's really spacious. What I usually end up doing though is just leaving the flaps off and then I just hold it. because it's easier to get in and out. Here's my phone. It usually ends up falling flat in the bottom, but you can turn it on its side. It just can get a little, like, you know, heavy. But what I will say is that this is very comfortable in my hand. I'm just a feel person. When something feels good in my hands, it feels comfortable to hold, then it usually is a done deal for me. So that is the second item that I got, and let's get into the last one. So the last one isn't really a bag. It's more of a travel item. So it is from Louis Vuitton. So this is the Pochette Voyage Souple. It is essentially a travel toiletries bag. So I got this from Louis Vuitton. I took a trip to Houston the beginning of the year. Feel free to check out my Houston vlog if you haven't already. And I did unbox this item and I vlogged me purchasing it and things. But anyways, yeah, no, they lost my luggage. So I was like, I need something to hold all of my travel items in one bag that I can just stick in my, you know, airport bag or whatever. So yes, I was like, I think this will work. Could I have gotten something that was non-designer? Sure, but anyway, I had said that I wanted to upgrade my travel items. That's something that I said in my luxury wish list video, which I think is on this channel, or maybe not. I think it's also on my other channel. I tried merging my natural hair page with this page and it didn't work. So there are still some fashion and, you know, luxury videos on that channel. So I will be referencing them in the description box. But anyways, one of the things that I said was that I wanted to upgrade my travel items. So I did purchase a makeup pouch. This is the, what is this thing called? This is the Cosmetic Pouch GM. Yes. And so when I got this one, I wanted to make sure that they matched. I was originally looking at the black and silver version just because I do like black for my, you know, bags and things. I'm still trying to decide if I want to get an upgraded airport bag. So far, I'm saying no, but we'll see. But anyways, yeah, so I was looking at the black one, but I was like, I think it's going to bother me if my makeup bag doesn't match this. And I was correct. So I decided to purchase this, and it was in the flesh. I was in Houston when I bought it and I was able to see it in store and compare. So I was really, really happy with my purchase. I love this so much. The zipper is really, really nice. I think this is from the men's section, but the colorway is really cute. I don't like this orange panel. I really wish that wasn't there, but whatever. So anyways, when you open it, I have all my stuff in here. When you open it, it's lined with canvas and it has extra pockets here and it has a big pocket here, but I'm able to fit a bunch of stuff. So I have, like, you know, all my little bag inception going on here, but this is good because I can just put everything, including my like emergency things that might not fit in my airport bag if my carry-on bag has to be checked. I think that was the main thing. I didn't think that my carry-on bag was going to be checked, and it did get checked, and then they lost it. So it was literally a nightmare, but I found it. Like, they got it back to me same day. But anyways, yes, so I purchased this, and I'm really pleased with my purchase. I feel like the other, like, pochette, like, travel bags are a weird shape. I don't like square-shaped bags. I don't know. I just think certain things have to be the right dimensions. So I prefer rectangular pouches. So yes, that's why I decided to get this one. So that is the last bag that I got. And so let's move on to the accessories. So the first item I'm going to start with is a belt. So I went to Hermes and I got my first Hermes boutique purchase. I do have a scarf that I got from Hermes that is from the Real Real. It was like new with tags, but this is my first, like, I went to the store and I purchased it type of purchase. So I got the H belt, or the Constance belt, in the 24-inch, I believe. And this is the reversible noir and gold strap. And this is the Palladium Hardware shiny buckle. So I wanted a black and silver belt and I decided to purchase this. I was really pleased with my purchase. I just felt like it's a really classic item, and Yeah, I've been looking at this belt for a minute and I decided to go ahead and purchase it. I do like the fact that I'm able to, customize, like, get whatever buckle that I want. I was a little hesitant to get the shiny at first. I was like, do I want the shiny or do I want the brushed metal where it's like a little bit like etched surface? And I will say that the shiny shows more of the scratches. Also, I think the larger strap works better. I prefer a larger strap for me. There's a there's a bit of like a fashion rule. You don't have to follow it, of course, but there's like this correlation where if you have a larger chest, you should probably wear a larger belt. Also, like broader shoulders, it looks better with a larger belt because it kind of balances out the proportions. I just tend to like thicker belts on me as time goes on. Anyways, yes, really good quality, really useful. For the belt loop, they can put holes in it, like extra holes in it for you for free. And I believe you can take it into the boutique at any point and they can just, do the belt holes for you. I don't know how that works if you buy something secondhand. I don't know if they would do that for you. And I also don't know if you can just go to any boutique and do that. My first thought would be to go back where you purchased it, but they might honor it if you go somewhere else. So yes, I got her to put one extra belt hole in it. I don't remember the size of it. You can try it on in store. So the process was really seamless. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So now I have an essay at Hermes. I'm not going to say that I am on an Hermes journey whatsoever. I think at this point in my life right now, I don't think it's the right time for me. But who knows, maybe one day, but there are just so many other things that I want. So yeah, I do think this is a nice little pop and it goes well with my black and silver items, which I did not have a belt to go with it. Okay, next I want to talk about two Burberry things that I just randomly purchased. They were kind of on my wish list, so I was like, let me just grab these. So first is a bucket, it's not a bucket hat, a regular hat, a baseball hat from Burberry. I just wanted to purchase this. Yeah, so this is just the classic check baseball hat. I love it. I know it's a little ghetto fabulous, but I can't help it. I love it. It's simple, classic check, and neutral colors, which I love. And it comes in multiple sizes. So I have a really big head. So this comes in small, medium, large. I got a large. So this is good if you're like me, you have a big head, or if, you wear wigs or something and you want something to cover like, puffy hair. So yeah, and it is adjustable, so you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. And then the other thing that I got were some shoes. So these are my first pair of designer shoes, and I got the check pool slides. Super cute. I decided to pick these up. These were just on my wish list for a really long time, and I'm someone whose feet are just like kind of jacked up at the baseline, so if I find a pair of shoes that are comfortable and wide enough for my feet, then I should go for it. Yeah, I have flat feet, I have wide feet, so boom. I did have to put these in like a stretcher for just like a little bit of time, but it stretched really well. So yeah. Okay, moving on to sunglasses. I have two pairs. One's from Dior and one is from Tom Ford. So first, Dior. I got these last fall when I went to Bergdorf's for the first time. It was an amazing experience. But anyways, these are them. They are just these black and gold sunglasses. I wanted black and gold sunglasses where the arms were not metal. I have my black and gold Celine sunglasses that I got last summer, but I just felt like these were very summer. Still cute, but I wanted some that had a plastic arm. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I kind of impulse bought these because I don't know if I'm completely in love with them. They work, they're fine. I don't feel the need to buy another pair that look like this just because I'm not in love with the style. Yeah, I just think I might have impulse bought these a little bit. But one tactic that I think they used on me on purpose and it worked, and it is what it is. I think they said like, we just got these, or they were like, those are the last ones or something like that. And Yeah, I think they said something like that. So maybe I should have caught that and just like held off a little bit longer. But I do like them. They're just not my favorite purchase, but I'm going to keep wearing them. You know what I mean? And then the other pair that I got were these from Tom Ford. They're so cute. They are these like chunky brown gold aviators, shield like sunglasses. I am in love with these. They're so boho. I really wanted the Bronson sunglasses. I was looking for those sunglasses and I think they were on Amazon or something. I just have like a hard rule of I don't online shop. Okay, like you can see from my past hauls, a lot of that stuff, not everything, but quite a few of those items that I purchased online, kind of blind buying, I didn't end up keeping them. So I just have a newer rule that's like, I have to try it on in person because I just don't feel like going through the hassle of buying things. I don't like it, then I have to return it. If I have to send it back, I might not get my money back, you know, just all of that, or it can get lost in transit and then I'm held responsible, or it's just I'm SOL. Like, I don't feel like dealing with all that. So to have my peace of mind, I just am like, it has to be in person. You know what I mean? Especially as a working woman, I'm just like, I'm not rushing around to be home to sign for something. You know, I'm not a stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, so these are them. They're so freaking cute. I got these from Nordstrom Rack and they were only $188. That's another thing because you can get things and they might be more expensive than say like a Nordstrom Rack or something. I don't know. You can't always find those deals. So it really just kind of depends on what you happen to stumble upon. But these are not the Bronson sunglasses. These are something else. But I'm also very particular about like my tortoiseshell kind of coloring on me. I don't always love the way it looks on me. So anyways, these are really cute. They're definitely giving like boho grunge. I just don't know if I'm going to wear them in the summertime. I loved them in the fall with like my Louis Vuitton like monogram print bags, but yeah, I don't know. We shall see. So yes, I have these sunglasses. I'm going to take a quick water break and then we are going to finish up. No, we're not. We have two more categories left. We're going to get into fine jewelry. So we are back. So let's get into the fine jewelry category. I'm going to need to scooch a little closer. So the first two items are what I actually have on. So the first item is these diamond stud earrings. So they are the big ones and then the little ones. And I basically upgraded the everyday earrings that I wear. My wedding is coming up, so I wanted to get these for my wedding. The front ones, so these are from Macy's and they're from the Grown with Love collection. They have pretty good sales, so I would not buy these full price and wait for the sales. And yeah, so these are lab grown diamonds. I really don't have a preference when it comes to lab grown versus natural diamonds. I think the natural diamonds kind of rub me the wrong way a little bit, just of the uh, the ethics around that. So anyways, I don't mind lab grown diamonds. So the first ones, I believe they are 1 carat each. Yeah, I think the first ones are 1 carat each. I'll link them down in the description box. And then the back ones are 1/4 carat each. So total weight, 2 carats on the top, on the front, and then the back ones are total weight, 1/2 carat. Yes, I thought these were a great investment just for not only my wedding, but just like moving forward. So now whenever I wear silver jewelry, I will wear these. I'm a studs girl. That's something that I'm starting to just kind of come to the realization of. If there's something that I wear constantly, then it's justified in splurging on it. So yes, I'm really excited to have taken that plunge and I upgraded the back studs that I had that were from literally when I was in 11th grade, 10th grade maybe. I think 11th grade. That was in 2011. That's like over 15 years. I think it's 15 years. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so those were from like Piercing Pagoda. Girl, if you know, you know. But anyways, yeah, so I thought it was time just for the wedding. I budgeted for it. And yeah, so now I can just wear these and I love them. Okay, next we will do the other fine jewelry. So 2 exciting purchases. So best for first, I went to Cartier and I got my first Cartier purchase. Boom. Okay, so I got the classic love ring in yellow gold. So like I said, this is the classic yellow gold love ring. So yeah, as I upgrade my wardrobe and just, get more into my fashion, especially as I settle into my signature style, signature pieces, etc., I do realize that the final touches of accessories are becoming more important for me. Also, I'm someone who gets really attached to my jewelry. I like wearing the same things. So when I'm using inexpensive jewelry or things like fake jewelry, like I don't buy fake jewelry anymore just because it tarnishes and then I get really upset because I like a necklace and then it turns green. And then also with just the other jewelry that I would get from like TJ Maxx and such like that, while it's fine, I just felt like I was starting to not find the pieces that I want. That was the main thing because TJ Maxx does have some rings, Nordstrom Rack does have some rings, but very limited. So I was like, I think I just kind of want a set, like everyday jewelry set. When I got my engagement ring, I was like, I feel like things need to be upgraded. But anyways, no, it was really just because I wanted like my jewelry situation to be set. So, and then the other item that I got was what I got when I was in Houston as well. I just be stumbling upon things, but I am really at the end of the day, I am happy that I bought what I bought. It was a nice experience. So yeah, the Dior store in Houston was just like a museum. Like it was beautiful. They didn't let me take any like photos or videos, unfortunately. But anyways, I ended up getting a ring. I have been looking with my local SA at some of the fine jewelry at Dior, and so I was at pretty much like almost ready to purchase, but I found this, and this was cheaper and cuter. So this is the Dior My Dior ring. So it is, like I said, the Dior My Dior ring. This is in white gold, and yeah, as you can see, it has the signature canage or carnage print on it. And it also has just a little band that says Dior on it. If you watch my Houston vlog, you'll be able to see it in more detail. But yeah, it's essentially just a white gold ring and I'm in love with it. So this is actually what I'm going to wear today. Whenever I wear my gold jewelry, I wear my Cartier ring, and then when I wear my silver jewelry, or white gold jewelry rather, I wear white gold ring, and I love it. I think it's just a nice little pop, and yeah, so I do ring finger, and then I have my middle finger. That's what I like. And then lastly, let's get into some watches. So I had my watches first before I had these rings. So I kind of showed you in a backwards order. But anyways, okay, so first one that I have is by Tissot. So this is from Macy's. If you are interested in getting like mid-range, mid-tier jewelry, overall I would say Macy's is a good place to go. Nordstrom has some as well, but in store, I would say Macy's has the best options, and I think that this was good because I started to get into the lore of the luxury watches. I think as I learn about luxury and different categories that I gravitate towards, I like to, just inform myself. I just think that right now I'm not ready to splurge on one, but it's definitely a category that I continuously, think about. So yeah, but there's a lot of other brands that have watches. I've looked at Bulgari, I've looked at Cartier, I've looked at a couple. So I don't know which one I'm going to end up getting. I think I know which one I want, but who knows? Anyways, this is the first item that I got. So like I said, it's by Tissot, which is a Swiss watch brand. It is this like hexagon print, this hexagon shape. And it also has I forget what they call it, like a seamless bracelet or like a blended bracelet style. Basically, it's not like your traditional watch shape where it's a circle and then it has the two straps. It's kind of like a sloped kind of vibe. Kind of reminded me of AP, not gonna lie. It's crazy how it doesn't matter what industry it is, there's always going to be dupes. So yeah, there was one that looked very much like AP from Tissot, and I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's for me. But anyways, yeah, so this is what it looks like. I did an unboxing reveal kind of thing on my Instagram and TikTok, but this is what it looks like. It is pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wear this all the time, but I do still like it. It's really comfortable and it's good for when I wear silver jewelry. So I think this is actually the jewelry set that I'm going to wear today. So I love my watches, and then I have my engagement ring, and then I was like, I need something on here. I don't think I'm a bracelet girl. I tried to look around and try things on. Like I tried on the Van Cleef, I tried on the Cartiers. I was just like, I'm not a bracelet girl. So we have the rings, and then, you know, we'll go from there as far as like other jewelry, because I do wear necklaces, I do wear earrings. Last watch is also from Movado, also from Macy's. So this is what it looks like. It is a bangle watch from Movado. I would have to say hands down, this is like my most worn and favorite watch. The bangle watches were definitely in around the end of the year in my opinion, and I feel like the Cartier Bang Noir watch really was making its like moves on Instagram and TikTok and social media stuff. So anyways, I was like, I like the bangle watch look. Let me go try on one. So I saw that Movado had one and they had it in store. So I went to go try it on. I was like, oh, wow, this is so cute. Because as you could see, I was kind of getting into like the chunky watches. I was kind of having a pattern where like I would get a small watch, then a big watch, then a small watch. So I think that was kind of the pattern that I was going in. Also, I kind of try to alternate gold and silver watches, and I never want the styles to look exactly the same. So yeah, but anyways, so I got this little bangle watch. It's super cute and dainty and feminine, and I love it so much. I was not expecting for me to love this watch so much. It's great for work. It goes with, you know, any outfit. It's not too overpowering, because I feel like sometimes when I wear this watch, it's overpowering. And it's also a little more casual, whereas I think this is a little bit more versatile. So you can wear this in a more like, you know, dressy dinner setting, or you can wear it, you know, like I said, to work, or you could wear it casually, whatever, what have you. So yeah, you can use this. This is really nice in the winter time as well if you don't want anything that's super, you know, heavy on the wrist. This was more expensive than my other Movado watch. The quality I think is pretty good. This was really hard to get sized. So the Macy's policy is if you purchase a watch from them, they will size it for you in store for free, like on the spot. So I always like to get my watches sized that way. This took forever. I'm not very familiar with, you know, how you do all of that, but it had something to do with just like the band being so small, and I think the pins that had to be put in there were just really finicky. Like it wasn't as simple as like it wasn't a simple like pin. I think you had to like have two or something like that. Anyway, she was trying to explain to me. It took forever. Literally, I stood there watching for a while, and then she was like, oh, like you can go and like come back. And then they still were like, oh, could you come back again? I was like, it's fine. Like, um, she did a great job. It fits me. There's a little bit of room, but I like my watches that way. I don't want them to like squeeze my arm at all. And I think Movado is a reputable brand as far as quality. So I think this is a good mid-tier brand for watches. So yes. Okay, and we're almost done. Let's finish off with ready to wear. I was a little bit hesitant to get back into ready to wear because if you remember from I did a luxury haul 2 years ago at this point, which is crazy to think about. I got a Louis Vuitton scarf and the experience was a complete disaster. Not complete disaster, that's a little dramatic, but what I will say is that the quality of it was not that good. So I just knew that, you know, moving forward, I would have to make sure that it's something that I see in person, I try it on, because I also bought that online and picked up in store. So I did not go into the store and look at it and try it on. So that was a huge mistake on my part. But moving forward, I wanted to be a lot smarter. So let's get into the first items. Okay, so first pair that I want to talk about are these. They are from Maison Margiela. I feel like Margiela is starting to pop off just a little bit, which is crazy because I want to hear who was talking about Margiela 2 years ago. Just want that to be known. But anyways, yeah, so Margelle's making her rounds now after I did. So anyways, I was always looking at the Margiela jeans because I was like, okay, cool. So like the Margiela, I don't really like their bags. They're not really my cup of tea, but I do want something from Margiela. I'm not going to force it, but what else could I get? Yada, yada. And I had always seen the Margiela slit jeans. I would see them mainly in like with like Asian influencers, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, those are so different. They're so cool. I love the stitches on the back. And I was like, I wonder if they're like available. They are. They were at Bergdorf Goodman. I was like, wow, I'm going there. So I got some. Yeah, so these are what they look like. These are the Margiela slit jeans. So they are a black denim. They have blue and black. My mom said that the black ones looked a little more unique. And I definitely agree. I feel like I have a lot of blue jeans. So I was like, might as well get something that's a little bit different. So I got these and they are just like straight down. They are a little long, and so I just pinned them under because I wasn't sure if I wanted to distress them. You can't really go back if you do that. So by next season, I'll be able to decide if I really want to do that. Now that I think about it, I might want to, just because this has the slits, right? This has the fringe. So maybe, but when I wear them, I don't wear them in a very like summer cut off shorts kind of way, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I like it pinned, but the back is my favorite. You can see the stitches really well. Like the blue denim, you couldn't see the stitches very well. And then on the inside, it has the Margiela logo. So freaking cute. Okay, let's talk about the sizing. So I got a 38T, which I think is a US 6. Why are these so small? Like, I don't know if you remember, did I show that? I don't know if I showed this on a haul, but I think I did. I did when I bought that Margiela ready to wear on the Real Real 2 years ago. Yeah, shout out if you remember that. But yeah, really small, but I had gotten a size small. So I was like, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so I'm usually a US 4, which is a 36T, and I did try them on, but they were so tight. I tried these on instead, and these are still pretty tight. Like I had a little bit of room, but they're still pretty tight. So I guess Margiela just thinks everyone is like super, super tiny. I don't know. Their stuff runs really small. I did post a picture of me wearing these on my Instagram. So yes, these have made its rounds already. I bought these, I would say fall last year, and these were really cute for the summer. I mean, for the fall winter last year. I love these jeans. Like I said, they're a little uncomfortable. If you're curious, yes, I do get cold. So I just wear sheer black tights underneath it. I tried to wear leggings, but it was a little bit too much. So I do wear sheer tights underneath it, and that helps. But my leg is a little cold. But for the fashion, you know, I think they were also really inexpensive. These were $890 or $860 or something like that. So less than $1,000 for a pair of designer jeans or designer clothing, I think is pretty good. Next, I got a pair of jeans from Loewe. This was another item that I was also really wanting, and I wanted to just try them on. I looked on the app. There's a Bergdorf Goodman app, which is trash because I went in and they had everything that I was looking for. So yeah, because I wanted to try on the shirt from Loewe, like they had a short sleeve shirt, and then I also wanted to try on the jeans. So they ended up having them, and they had them in multiple sizes, but on the app it said they did not have them. So I would definitely just go into store, ask the SA, they might have them in the bag. Anyway, so I got the anagram jeans. So cute. They are this like really vibrant, like medium denim. It's so like, I don't know, it's very vibrant. It reminds me of Spain because, you know, Loewe is a Spanish brand. It gives very like European. I don't know why. Just like the very, I don't know, it's just a bold, like the boldness of Loewe. Like all the shapes are very, you know, striking, and the angles are really striking. So, and yeah, I love it. I did cuff these and I like them. I wear them in a more summery way, in my opinion. So I think it was okay to cuff them. I'm not wanting to distress them. I just don't think that's the look that I want for them. So I just cuffed them. But yeah, I did take them up myself. Funny story, I took them up. They were perfect. I think it was too much. And so I let them out a little bit. And then when I did let them out again, I did it uneven. So the The tailoring job is not perfect, but it kind of is what it is. It doesn't look too bad. No one has said anything. Um, what would they say? Someone was like, oh, you should pay to get these taken up. I was like, girl, I'm not doing that. I don't know. I'm just, I'm just so lazy. And like, I know my way around a sewing machine a little bit. So I just took them up myself. But anyways, I love these jeans. They're really good quality. I have not had any issues with either of these pair of jeans. Like I said, they're good quality. I've found that over the years, paying for good quality denim just, it makes sense. I think these were like $1,050. Not crazy, like, and with the quality of these jeans, like, you just can't go wrong. These are machine washable. That was one thing I was like, are these, you know, going to be dry cleaned or something? I think you just have to, you can machine wash them and hang them up. So yes, that's another thing with denim. I feel like it's, you know, not only super versatile for dressing up or dressing down, but also for caring for it. Some jeans you do have to hang up to dry, and I don't mind that, but as long as it's not dry clean or something that I have to do like a lot of things with, yeah, I think as long as it's machine washable, I'm good. So I love these jeans. I always get compliments when I wear them. They're just super versatile. And yes, I cannot be happier with my purchase. So I would definitely say that designer jeans are worth it. Okay, and then I have one more item, and it is an item of clothing, and it is from Dior. Also unboxed this on my Instagram and TikTok. It is this wool coat, jacket rather, that I got. It has this scallop detailing. So yes, I can try it on for you. It is a little bit tight. Ooh. I got this in a size 38, US 6, 38F, which I think is France, right? Yeah, so this is a wool blend coat. I'm wearing a black shirt, so you might not be able to see it, but it's essentially just like a structured black jacket. I love structured jackets, so I was like, okay, if I do get this, I could see myself, you know, enjoying it. So this is how it looks. It is a little bit, like I said, stiff. So yes, but girl, this goes so seamlessly into my wardrobe. I tend to wear my white coat now at work, so I don't wear it as much, but back in the winter when I was not really wearing my white coat, I was wearing something like this or some other type of jacket. This just goes so well. I really, really enjoy this. I don't think that I needed it necessarily, but I do think that this was a nice purchase just because, you know, I do enjoy the look of like Chanel tweed jackets and things like that. I thought that this was really pretty. Yeah, I do get a lot of wear out of it. That is the last item that I got. All right, everyone, I hope you are still here. I hope you're still alive. And well, after watching all the items that I recently purchased, I really hope you enjoyed finding out about the items that I purchased. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Let me know which item you like the best. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I post fashion, lifestyle, and level up content here on this channel. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok at SoGwenLifestyle, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!